Hey, what's up guys? Mike Kramer here. Just wanted to give you some tips on how to make more money online. So I want to cover the various business models. If you're interested in making money online or you want to make more money online, I wanted to go over the various options that there are, and we can call them business models, but a business model is actually a number of things that comprise a business, the various ways they would monetize, and other factors that would make up your mission and your process and everything else. In this video, we're going to use business model to mean kind of like what online business you're going to get into. So when we talk about starting an online business or making money online, what do you think of? You got Amazon FBA, you got dropshipping, you have social media marketing, you have digital media marketing or digital marketing. You have network marketing, which is also known as MLM or multi-level marketing. You have Facebook ads, which is, I put in the same category as local lead generation, and also rank and rent. We'll talk about why they're similar. Another one is affiliate marketing. Oh yeah. Let me know if there's another business model you guys can think of that maybe I left out or forgot to mention, and I'll let you know my thoughts in the next video. I want to just take a step back and let you know like what I've been through, what I've tried. I've bought several courses over the years, from Udemy courses that were really inexpensive to like dozens of books on various subjects between starting a business, making money online, you name it, I've probably tried it. So I've bought inexpensive courses. I've also bought some more expensive courses thinking that the more I spend, the more money I'll make. And that's not always the case. So I want to help you navigate, or at least let you know from my experiences what I've been through. Maybe you've been through something similar and experienced something similar, or it would prevent you from having to spend all that money and time trying all these different business models to make money online and not having much success with it. Now, before I get started, every single one of these business models has made lots of people plenty of money. So I'm not knocking any one or saying it's not possible. I'm just saying what my preference is and why I think some of the business models are better suited to beginners, and why some of the business models are also able to scale much better and give you more of the three freedoms, which is financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. So before we get into choosing a business model that's right for you, as well as going over what my favorite is, are you ready to start a business? So you can try to make money online, and a lot of people do. And there's this gig economy going on, right? This gig mentality almost, if you will. It gives people, I think, the time freedom that they're looking for. Well, I don't have to do a 9 to 5 every day. I'm going to do a gig here, work some hours here, work some hours there, do whatever I want. And that's fine. But chances are you're probably not making much money doing it. And the reason is, for one, you're probably not putting in enough hours that are going to give you that kind of money. For two, all those business models, you're really getting a small cut, like a fee almost, or a very tiny commission for somebody else's business and somebody else's profits. You're not going to be able to scale that. You don't really own that revenue and get your time freedom and financial freedom that you'd probably desire. Think less of trying to just make money online. If you really want to make good money online, think about building a business online. And there's various ways to do that. But first, you got to ask yourself, are you ready to start a business? And by that, I mean, do you have the time to dedicate to it? Do you have the money and some startup capital to dedicate to it? And one of the most important things is, do you have the right mindset? Many times I started a business and I was so eager to do it. Like I had a music business years ago. It was online retail, it was e-commerce. It's another business model I should mention. I think I heard one of you guys out there say it, right? Mindset, there's a lot of training out there to get your mind in the right place and know it's possible. And I just want you to know that it really is possible to make a lot of money online if you know how to do it right. And you set up the business and you have long-term goals and not short-term desire for cash tomorrow, because that's also kind of why the gig economy strives, is you get paid same day or tomorrow or this week. Again, it's great quick money, but it's active income. You have to work very hard for it, and you get paid very little compared to what you could be making if you focus on building a true online business. Now, as far as time, I don't want to be too hard on anyone because I'm guilty of it myself, right? Like I love watching Kung Fu movies, whatever's on TV, right? Like, name a show, I've probably seen it, Ozark, Mandalorian, right? I love that stuff. But I set aside time after talking with my mentor and seeing what successful people do. You have to really schedule your time out. We could do a whole nother video on that later. Hit subscribe and hit that notification bell below to see my future videos when I'm going to talk about that. But on the issue of time, I think it's safe to say that out of the 24 hours a day, and you're sleeping like, even if you sleep 8, you have 16 hours left. You minus out a couple for meals and getting ready. We all have full-time jobs, or a lot of us do, and it seems like you're not left with much, but I mean, really, you probably have at least 4 hours a day if you make some cuts that you can dedicate to, listening, learning, and reading while you're working out, spending some of your other times, as long as you schedule it in the day, spending the rest of your time being productive and producing and creating and learning rather than being a consumer. As far as money, there are ways to make money online that are more affordable to get started than others. Some have higher recurring costs, some have higher startup costs. Those are the things you got to weigh and decide like what clicks with you, what resonates with you, and what kind of things do you want to achieve. Now, for me, I want to try to achieve all 3 of the freedoms if possible: the time freedom, the financial freedom, and the location freedom. If I can get 1 or 2 out of 3, that's pretty good. Another thing about money is a lot of Americans, I think it's 70% of Americans have massive debt, credit card debt, school loans, medical bills, but it's mostly consumer credit card debt. That's by far statistically the biggest amount of debt that we have. Aside from debt used to purchase assets such as a house, we have the car debt, we have credit card debt. It's just consumer debt on depreciating assets, things that are not going to make you money over time, and buying things for that immediate gratification. If you can instead delay that gratification, say, you know what, I don't need a new microphone today. I don't need a new phone every month or every year. I don't need a Starbucks twice a day. Whatever it is for you, if you look at your budget, there's ways you can find money to start up your business. But I would say, get your finances in order first and make sure you have money to invest, make sure you have money to endure a hardship, and you have emergency funds before you try to get started. I mean, you could be like me and be a little more risky, but that's really a question you have to answer for yourself: is how risk tolerant are you? If you're willing to take more risks, like I am, you might say, you know what, I still have some debt, but I'm going to go ahead and start a business with some amount of money, as long as I use like a proven method, whether it's a franchise or getting training or coaching or something like that. But you can do that, and there's no guarantees in life, but it's less risky in my mind, even if I'm carrying some debt still. Now, with that said, I really do encourage people to get rid of their debt as fast as possible and increase your income to support other ventures such as starting a business. Go ahead and hit that notification bell and subscribe to my channel, because I will cover other topics other than making money online. I'm going to have a series about how to get your finances in order, how to get out of debt more quickly, and how I got out of over $90,000 in consumer debt in just under 2 years. So check those videos out. They'll be coming soon, where I can help you get out of debt, because there are stages of finances. As you go through the stages from struggling to surviving to being comfortable and then going into your growth phases, that's what it means to have a business and want to grow your income so you can help more people. It really is easier to help more people when you have more money. If nothing else, you're less of a burden on other people. Don't feel like there's no hope. There's always hope. Now, before we go into these business models, I do want to stress one more time that people have made plenty of money using every single one of these business models. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just some of them are harder than others to be successful in. Some of them require a lot more time or money to get started. And some of them don't provide all 3 of the freedoms. That's why I want to cover and why I chose the one that I did after trying every single one of these business models in the past. Take, for example, a physical store. If you're that business owner, you're tied to that physical location. If you scale and open more, you have to go to all those physical locations. If you decide something in your life or your family's life changes and you need to move out of state, or you like to move out of state, it becomes more difficult to leave because of that tie to that physical location. So I had an e-commerce business. I loved it because it was selling bass guitars and amplifiers, and it was what I love doing, and I thought it was great. But it did not give me location freedom, and it was very small margins, very labor intensive. So it didn't give me time freedom. Really didn't give me financial freedom because of those low margins. So it's why I don't like e-commerce so much, as it takes a lot of capital up front. It takes a lot of your time because you're doing all the fulfillment, all the shipping. You're handling customer concerns, requests. You're also trying to always get more business. Shipping shipping, all of that stuff. So some people might say, well, why not outsource some of those things, right? And do FBA, do Amazon FBA, which means fulfilled by Amazon. That means they handle all of the inventory holding, the fulfillment to customers, like as far as shipping it out and having that next day or 2-day delivery if you're a Prime member. And they can do all that for you while you just ship them a box of your stuff, or you could have stuff overseas go right into their warehouse. As long as you meet the requirements of the Amazon FBA, which is like to have a unique UPC label and things like that. And there's ways to be successful in it, but it's very competitive, right? Like you're buying the same bulk items from overseas that many others are buying. So you can either personally brand it, or you can bundle it with other stuff so that your offer looks better than somebody else's. But at the end of the day, you're really fighting a lot of competition over small margins and small profits. Again, you can make a lot of money in there, but you have to spend a lot of money up front researching, paying for tools to do the research to pick a good product. And if you don't pick a good product, that money is all wasted money. Like you can try to liquidate it, but imagine having like 1,500, widgets, whatever it was that you bought, and you now have to liquidate them. I'm just holding up random stuff from my desk. You get the idea. I mean, it's gonna be hard to dump all that, and you're gonna be really upset that you spent at least $1,500 up front on a guest that took a while to get it into the FBA. Then you gotta promote it. You might have to pay for ads. Hope you get good organic traffic to your product. It's kind of a mess. You have to do a lot of research, ton of learning curve there, and simple concept. It's just you have to get all these tools to pick the right product and then spend all this money hoping you pick the right product before you're making any money. So I just don't like that for beginners. But once you have a ton of money, there are ways to get into it and make a lot more money. Again, you got to know what you're doing, and the learning curve there is very expensive for your time and your wallet. Now, some people say, okay, well, how about a network marketing where I'm really vested in some high quality products and I sell them, and it's an MLM, right? It's a multi-level marketing. So not only can I sell these products that I believe in and I think they're awesome, but I can also recruit other friends, family, and other people to be I think they call them downlines underneath you, that will also, you get a cut of their profits too. So there are, some people call it a pyramid scheme, but I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's pretty much every business out there has people underneath them making money that helps generate them more money. I mean, look at any business with the CEO and all the people under them, it's a pyramid. So like, as much as people say, oh, pyramid scheme, but like the real definition is if you really don't have a product and you pay money, and then these other people pay money with a promise of getting X amount of money, and it just doesn't work out. So network marketing's not that, right? Like, I'm not here to throw around trash talk on all these business models, because that's really every business model is a triangle like that. So, or pyramid, or whatever you want to call it. So MLM and network marketing, as they call it, is using people in your network to, I think that's where they get its term, and multi-level, where you're making money depending on how many people are under you. Real quick, why I don't like it is you have to pay a lot of money up front, or at least usually $500 or so, plus around $50 or more a month to meet the minimum requirements to stay active, they call it. And then it has a complicated compensation scheme, but there's a disclaimer page usually available on all their websites by law. If you click on it, it'll say the percentage of people that like make money at each tier. And if you look at that, it just tells you how it is. Very, very few, like less than 1%, make any money, and it's not even that great of money. So you're also dependent on all these other people, your downlines. That's where most of your potential income would come from. You're relying very heavily on them doing well, and they just may not be as motivated as you. And I mean, there's a million reasons why I just don't like that business model. Not to mention that you go on YouTube or Google and just search for MLM, why I hate MLM, is MLM a scam, is network marketing bad? And there are literally entire YouTube channels dedicated, like warning people to never get into an MLM. I gotta admit, I've never tried the MLM, but I've just seen enough and heard enough from other people that I'm not really interested. The other thing I don't like about it is you're generally tied to one product suite, and your name is now associated with that suite. That could be good or bad, right? If people all want the product, awesome. if you ever want to pivot and change your product that you're promoting, it's very hard to do with those. So they usually have a suite of products, but you're still stuck in that line. And that's just something else I don't like about it. If we look at dropshipping, for example, so it's a whole other model that they usually group in with Shopify for some reason. So Shopify is just another platform, e-commerce platform. You could sell anything. And maybe it's just very easy to use and popular, but there's several others out there. But for some reason, everyone sells courses on like Shopify, dropshipping, whatever. So dropshipping, if you don't know, is I mean, we kind of covered it earlier, but it's really kind of like FBA, where you don't hold the inventory. Somebody else does. In fact, they're manufacturing it. They're doing everything. All you're doing is buying it wholesale and selling it retail. Somebody else does that fulfillment. Now, my biggest beef with it is that almost everyone uses Alibaba and all these other overseas places to get a better margin, to get better prices, better wholesale price for themselves to make more money. But you got to think, for one, everyone's going to the same place to look at the same products. For two, those items take 2+ weeks to get to the consumer, the customer. Do you think that customer is going to come back? Like, every business relies on repeats and referrals, and you might be able to make some money without them, but you're going to make way more and scale it over time if you can get repeat customers and referral business where everyone's telling their friends about your business and what you can do to help them. So I don't see that with dropshipping, and for those reasons, I'm out. If I could say one more thing about dropshipping is that, yeah, there are domestic dropshippers, but the margins are not as good. So you're not going to make much money on those, and they're just as competitive. It is probably a better idea if you're going to go that route. I'd say definitely look for a domestic dropshipper or buy the product from Alibaba and do FBA, but then you're putting more of your capital at risk. Those are the reasons I don't like those methods. So now we have some other low-cost options that you can get started for very little money and are great for people that are, if you're one of those that already use social media and you're great at it, you're familiar with the platforms, you might be interested in social media marketing. I'm going to group in with that digital media marketing because they're similar concepts. So what you're doing is you're basically getting clients that you're going to help them and help their business, help them get more business and more customers, drive traffic their way using social media and marketing on those platforms. And digital media marketing just includes other ways of digital media, including ads and organic traffic and SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is basically getting organic traffic to your website by ranking higher in Google so that people see you on that first page so you don't have to pay for ads. So it's paid traffic versus organic traffic. SEO helps you get more organic traffic, which is great, and you don't have to pay for ads, so it is preferred. So you're getting you're getting clients, you want to get high dollar clients. Typically the goals are around $2,000 a month. Now you can get started very quickly for very little money, focusing on one platform that you're great at, that maybe you're going to attract customers for. Why I don't like it is it's a very active business and you have to perform for your customers every single month, or you're going to lose those clients. I mean, they're going to pay high dollar, let's say $2,000 a month. And as you get more clients, it's going to be harder and harder to scale because it's so labor intensive. So you can hire others at a lower rate, but it's not a terrible business model, right? I'm not going to rip on it. It's low startup cost. However, you can get financial freedom from it and location freedom, but you're not really going to get much time freedom from it. I just don't like that it's very active. All right, another business model I want to cover is rank and rent or local lead generation, Facebook ads, things like that. You'll see programs or courses that sell those. And I'm going to group those all together because you're basically paying for ads and or building something like a website, right, as digital real estate. And then you're going to try to find clients to pay for that every month. They're either paying per lead, which is local lead gen, and Facebook ads for that matter, or whatever other paid ads you're running to get them more business, and then you get paid per lead. Or you're doing something like rank and rent, which is very similar, but you're ranking a website in Google by using the SEO, search engine optimization techniques to rank that website on the first page. And then you're going to rent that out for that niche. So say, for example, you build a website on, best electrician in 90210 zip code or whatever, right? So you're going to get that to rank very high, and then you're going to just point the numbers. You could have a lead form in there that's collecting people's phone numbers, whatever, or it can be a button where they click and click through to the business. Either way, you want to track, of course, those leads that you're sending their way, point it to a business that's interested in paying you like $500 a month, or they could pay you per lead. Now, what I like about that business is that you learn very valuable skills such as SEO, search engine optimization. That's a great modern skill set that you can use to make money in any industry, always have a job, or at least be able to make great money as a freelancer, or however you want to monetize that with your own business. Any business model, you're going to benefit from knowing SEO skills. So that's not a bad thing. What I don't like about it is that you have to spend several months, let's take Rank and Rent, for example. You have to spend several months building one or more websites, hoping that you can rent it out to somebody, and it's getting killed by what's called Google Verified Business. So Google Verified Business, if you go right now to your computer, go to Google and type in like electrician or best electrician and your zip code, chances are, or plumber, right? You're going to see a list of businesses and it'll say Google Verified Business at the top. People are going to click on those. They'll never click on the stuff below that. And most courses, most instructors for the courses teaching Rank and Rent will tell you to avoid Google Verified Business niches like the plague. Plumber and it's Google Verified, pick another niche. That's what they'll tell you. They're probably not wrong. But that's where it gets very tough, because then you're trying to find all these other niches that are not Google verified. You could spend 7 months building and ranking a website. A month later, it becomes Google verified. Google decided to pick that niche, painters or emergency pet groomers. I don't know. Whatever the niche is, they could pick that and say, we're going to make that Google verified. And boom, you're kind of out of business. You got to spend another 7 months building something. Good thing about Rank and Rent is you could build several websites based on the one you build, as long as it's good and doing well, and have one for each territory, right? And then you get customers for those territories. You could even package it. If they're like, yeah, we want to cover that whole thing, we'll just say, well, I have 5 websites that cover that region and each one's 500. I like the concept in general, but that's why it's not my favorite, is just because you can get killed by Google verified. It's a very active business where you're always building more and trying to find new clients, and make them happy. You got to make sure your page is always ranking every month. Now, Facebook ads and lead gen is very similar, because you're basically trying to get leads by usually paid ads, and you're paying up front to get those leads and send them their way. So you're using your skills as a marketer to try to attract more leads for a business, and then they were going to pay you per lead. Very similar business model. And the reason I don't like that is it's also very active. You're paying for a ton of ads, and there's a big learning curve to actually learning ads. It's very competitive, especially in certain niches. Usually the more money that's in a lead, it's way more competitive for the ad. For example, 1 click could cost you $30. And imagine you want to get several clicks a day, because only a small percentage of those actually convert to a sale. You might be wondering, well, what online business model do I like? The one we haven't covered yet is affiliate marketing. Oh yeah. Now, a lot of people are familiar with this from Amazon Associates, where you can sign up and pick any product from their website and start selling those with your own links. And anyone who clicks on that links, you actually get a commission from everything in their cart. So if they saw your link for like a SD card and they threw that in their cart and bought 2 digital cameras and a car or whatever they're going to buy on Amazon, you get a commission on that entire cart, which is awesome. It's not a bad program, but a lot of people do it wrong, and you're not capturing the lead, right? You're still working every single day. Like next month, you got to go work just as hard to get more products. Now, if you're on YouTube or you're doing something like that, your video will keep being shown and people could keep clicking your links. But those customers aren't yours. You're really just pushing them off and referring them to somebody else. And so it's not the best way to actually grow a business and scale. And I'm going to have another video about that later. So go ahead and hit that bell and hit the subscribe button so you can get notified of the future videos where we cover the best way to do affiliate marketing and make the most money online and grow a real business over time. Now let's talk about why I really like affiliate marketing. It's a very low startup cost. You can get started with just your phone and a lavalier mic for $80. And you could start filming videos and putting them on YouTube, right? There are other ways to do affiliate marketing. You don't have to do YouTube. You do almost any platform you want. And really what you're doing, if you're not familiar with it, is you're just referring people to something, a product or service that you love that's helped you typically. Think of it like a pizza place. Like I live in Chicago, we have some great pizza here. We have great thin crust pizza, we have great deep dish pizza and all sorts of stuff, pan and all. I could tell you about 5 different types of pizza people probably don't even know about. I mean, yes, we do eat a lot of pizza here. I'm not gonna lie. Dude. If a family member comes in from out of town or even a friend from another neighborhood comes over and says, hey, what's a, thinking about getting some pizza. What's a great place that's over by you? Or let's get takeout. Where should we go? You're gonna probably know at least one pizza place. In fact, most of us have our favorite local pizza place, and then we have like our, upper echelon, like all-time favorite that we would drive 40 miles for, which I was joking. And then we have, our favorite thin crust pizza place and our favorite deep dish pizza place, favorite like pub hangout back when we used to be able to go out and hang out pre-COVID. So a lot of us have these lists, and depending on what somebody's asking for, you'd say, hey, you want thin crust pizza? My favorite place is this place, XYZ Pizza down the street. My favorite deep dish pizza is ABC Pizza down that way, right? And you're just referring something that you love already to somebody else that wants that same thing. And there's certainly like other ways to do affiliate marketing that people are just looking to make money. So maybe they're doing things that are unethical. They're not being honest about things, or they're really just focusing on making money. But the right way to do it, and the way you're going to get more repeat and referral business from people, is when they're following you for your recommendations because they can relate to you. They know, hey, this guy likes the same kind of pizza I like. I'm going to try that. And, maybe they're going to follow you for other food suggestions, or just see you try different foods that maybe you wanted to try, but you were kind of afraid. So whether you like the real tangy, fresh, like Roma tomato sauce, or you like the sweet, a little bit sugary, like Sicilian sauce in pizza, or a place with, very fresh ingredients that mounds up the meat and the toppings on your pizza, or whether you like a butter crust and a deep dish, like a Lou Malnati's or whatever. There's so many brands, I don't want to name just one. But as an example, you can easily talk in great detail about that product and how much you like it and what you like about it. It's so much more genuine than trying to refer somebody to something that you don't believe in. And that's also, in my opinion, immoral and just doesn't help you sleep at night. Why not get into a business where you can make a ton of money referring people to stuff that you actually use yourself and love, whether it's a product or service? And that's affiliate marketing. And that's why I love it. And it's why it clicks. And it's such an easy concept too. You're getting paid for just saying, yeah, I love that pizza place. They should be able to point you in the direction of the right thing that's right for you. So that's why I like affiliate marketing, is it applies to anything. It could be any industry, whether you're in health, fitness, beauty, digital products or services, digital courses, software, tech stuff, home, studios and recording, music. I'm just looking around the room thinking of stuff like outdoor living, sunglasses, music equipment, computer stuff, computer games, computer courses. You name it, there are affiliate programs out there everywhere. So why not do something you truly love and recommend stuff that you use and that you love to friends and strangers, and get paid for it?
Whoa, dude.
I think it's awesome. Follow me if you want some more tips and advice on how to get into affiliate marketing and other reasons why I feel it's the best and how to get started. I'm going to literally go through step by step of how to get started and how to start attracting customers and start making money online. What we're going to focus on is actually growing a real business online, and not just, getting these quickie referrals, one in, one out for small ticket items. We're going to focus on bigger ticket items. We're going to focus on really helping people and producing quality content that's going to attract your customers and make them want to buy from you, because that's stuff that you're using too and that you believe in. So there's nothing wrong with that. Really, the more people you can help, it's going to feel great. You're going to make more money, and you're going to see step by step how to do it and how to get started. There's no better time to start than today. You should start learning about what you're going to do, get a plan, and just stop being a consumer and start being a producer. Help other people and start making real money that can give you time freedom, financial freedom, and location freedom. Now, if this video helped you out, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified of future videos as soon as I put them out. So you can follow along and see exactly how to get started online and building a true business, doing what you love and finding your niche, getting that focus. We're going to cover a lot of topics. So this was one of them, just knowing what business to get started in. Hopefully you chose one out of these. If you're into affiliate marketing, that's what I'm going to focus on. A lot of these things, as we covered, provide great money-making skills to level up your income right now. You can learn some of these skills that would help you in any one of these businesses, such as SEO, search engine optimization, such as marketing, such as copywriting. These are all high-income skills that you should be learning regardless if you want to follow me or get into any of these business models. If you want to learn more about those skills and what to do and how to get started and more about affiliate marketing, comment below if this helped you out or what other business models you've been considering, maybe which ones you've tried and which ones you're thinking about getting into, and I can comment on those in the next video. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and take it easy.